Hi guys, welcome back for another Align with Alexa yoga flow. Today we'll get started with a short meditation and then we will move into our mobility. So whenever you're ready, you can get started in a sitting position. We can have our palms facing up to receive or down to ground. You can keep your eyes closed, soft gaze, whatever feels good here. But just try to draw some attention to your natural breath, just feeling those inhales and exhales. Whatever thoughts may be popping up into your head throughout our flow today, just try to push them off to the side. Right now, we are just focusing on our bodies, our movement, and our breath. Maybe you can slowly roll your shoulders down and away from your ears, unclench your jaw, try to sit up a little bit taller. We'll try some box breathing here. So inhale, fill up for 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. You can feel free to continue with these at your own pace. You can make it longer, make it slower, whatever your body feels like it needs. But just trying to focus on your breathing, trying to push all of your other thoughts to the side and just breathe. We'll take one more breath together here. So inhale, fill up. Maybe you can take an extra sip of air at the top and slowly let it all go, blow out through your mouth. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, roll out your neck, and bring your arms up overhead on an inhale. Drop the right arm, bring the left arm up and over to the side, trying to open up that left side of your body here. One more breath here. Exhale. Slowly bring that left hand down to the mat and we'll switch. So bringing that right arm up and over towards the opposite side of our mat. Stretching open the side body. One more breath. On an exhale, slowly lower the arm back down to the mat, roll up. You can flip over onto hands and knees and we'll get ready to take a few cat-cows. Keeping your toes tucked on an inhale, you can drop the belly, gaze goes high for a cow. Exhale, round the spine, look between your thighs, cat. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes high. And again, arch the spine on your exhale, drop your head. We'll go through about 5 of these at your own pace, so feel free to just keep on flowing through your cats and cows. You can rock forwards and backwards, move your hips side to side, whatever feels good here. Just trying to slowly warm up the body and open up all those back muscles. Last breath here, so find your final cat, looking between your thighs, and then we'll return to a neutral tabletop position. You can send your knees wide, keeping your feet together, and sink your hips back. Trying to walk your hands out towards the top of your mat, and forehead is resting down on your mat for an extended child's pose. You can have your elbows on or off the mat here, whatever feels good. Taking a few breaths and just trying to open up your hips, your shoulders. Drop the elbows to the mat, bring your hands together, and send your palms back for a secret prayer. Trying to drive your elbows down into the mat, sinking back, feeling your bottom touching your heels. Take one more breath here, and on an exhale, you can slowly bring the hands back to the mat and press yourself back up into that tabletop position. We'll get ready to take our balancing tables. So keeping that right knee and left hand on the mat, you can lift your left leg, bring your right arm high in front of you, trying to reach a long straight line from your middle finger to your toes. On an exhale, crunch your elbow in towards your knee and then send it back out. and then slowly lower back down toward the mat. Reverse it. So now we'll lift our left arm and our right leg, creating that long straight line from fingertip to toe. And then on an exhale, we can bring the elbow to the right knee, crunch it in, round the spine, send the arm and leg back out long. And on an exhale, slowly lower both down back to the mat to a neutral tabletop position. Tuck the toes and slowly lift your knees about an inch off the mat, holding here for a bear plank for 1, 2, 3. And on an exhale, you can slowly send your knees back, straighten them out, sink into your hips, and try to bring your chest towards your thighs for your first downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet here, stretch out your hamstrings, trying to drive your sternum back down towards your knees. Gaze is high between your thighs. Taking whatever final stretches here feel good. And then we'll slowly walk our hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. Grabbing opposite elbows here and keeping a soft bend in your knees, just hang here for a rag doll. You can slowly rock yourself back and forth, side to side, just trying to stretch out those hamstrings a little bit further. On an exhale, you can bring your hands to the mat and then slowly roll yourself up, sliding your hands up your thighs. You can bring your hands out to the side for Tadasana. We'll reach them high on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly walk your hands out toward the top of your mat into a high plank. And we'll get ready for a plank push here. So you can drop your left knee down to the mat. And we'll take a modified side plank toward the right. Taking this wherever you want it to go, reaching the right arm high. You can feel free to lift your right leg. And if you want to keep it going, reach back around for your right ankle, trying to stretch back here. Hold for one more breath. And then slowly release, bringing that right arm back high or towards the other side of your mat. And then we'll slowly drop it back, come back to neutral into a high plank. We'll repeat on the opposite side. So dropping your right knee, swivel to face the left side of your mat here. Left arm reaches high. You can feel free to lift your left leg here. And then if you want to take it further, go ahead and reach back for your ankle. Slowly looking back over that shoulder here for a stretch. Take one more breath. On an exhale, slowly lower down and then make your way back to a high plank. From here, you can drop both knees down, keep your elbows tucked in tight, and slowly lower down for a modified chaturanga. Flip your toes and then slowly press up for a baby cobra here. Keeping those elbows drawing in towards your rib cage. Gaze is high. On an exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your mat, and then we'll press all the way back into a downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, see if you can tippy toe walk to the top of your mat and get your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms come overhead. Exhale, bring them down through heart center and back out towards your side for Tadasana. Okay, it's time for some sun salutations, so my cues are going to be a little quicker. On an inhale, bring your arms up overhead, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, high plank. Shift your weight forward, lower down, chaturanga. Flip your toes, up dog. Shift your weight back, downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward between your hands, and then your left, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Pull them through heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back to high plank. Then the right. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Flip your toes, upward facing dog. Shift your weight back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, then the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, then the left. High plank, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Shift your weight back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look toward the top of your mat, and hop forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Pull them through heart center. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, then the right to high plank. Shift forward, chaturanga, dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look forward, hop forward, meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop towards the back of your mat into a down dog. Shift your weight forward to high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Lift yourself up for up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg high. Step it forward between your hands. Open up for warrior two. Deep breath here. Shift your weight to your back leg. Reverse your warrior here. Deep breath in. Let it all go. Come back up to a warrior two and then drop your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm comes high for a side angle. Gaze is high towards that left thumb. Take one more breath. And then slowly come back up to a warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the mat and flow it through. So step back, high plank. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Flip your toes, lift your thighs, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left leg high. Step it forward for a warrior two. Open up. Deep breath. And then you can reverse your warrior. So act like you're going to high five a wall behind you with your left arm. Your right arm can either come down your thigh or back across your back as you see me doing here. One more breath. Come back up to a warrior two. You can drop that left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm comes high for a supported side angle here. Gaze is up towards that right thumb. Take one more breath. Let it all go. Press yourself back up to a warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step your right foot back, flow it through. Shift forward, chaturanga. Flip your toes, up dog. Shift back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, open up for warrior two. Deep breath and then reverse your warrior. Hold here. Back to warrior two. You can straighten your front leg and drop it down for a triangle. So right hand can be on your thigh, on your shin, on the mat. Left arm is high and gaze is up towards that left thumb. You can bend the knee and bring the hand to the mat now for an extended side angle. Feel free to take a bind here. So trying to reach that right arm under your thigh to meet your left arm behind your back. One more breath and then slowly coming back up to a warrior two. On an exhale, cartwheel the hands, step it back and flow it through. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot between your hands. Press yourself up for a warrior two. Deep breath and then shift it back for reverse warrior. Back up to warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Bring your left hand down towards your foot, your shin, wherever you can reach. Right arm reaches high. Gaze is up towards that right hand. Take one more breath and then bend your knee. Bring the hand to the mat. An extended side angle here. Feel free to take the bind. Deep breath in. Let it all go. Last breath. And slowly release. Coming back up to a warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the mat and flow it through. So chaturanga dandasana, upward facing dog. Shift back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Bring your right leg high. Knee to nose, round the spine for cheetah pose. Hold here. Kick your leg back out, three-legged dog. Flip your dog here. So bringing that right leg over to the other side of your mat, reaching that right arm high, trying to straighten out that left leg here. Bring the hand back to the mat and come back up into a three-legged dog. Bring your right foot between your hands. Come on up for a warrior two. Swivel your feet around to face the left side of your mat. Interlace your hands behind your back, and whenever you're ready, you can shift your weight forward and take the fold here. Trying to send those arms behind you overhead. Just hanging here for a moment. And whenever you're ready, you can release the hands, bring them to the mat, and slowly trying to draw yourself down, bringing your chest towards your thighs. And bring your hands to your hips and slowly roll yourself up. Swivel the feet. Come on down to a high lunge and then shift forward to plank and flow it through. We'll meet back in downward facing dog here. Left leg comes high, knee to nose, round the spine, cheetah pose. Kick it back out, three-legged dog. Option to flip your dog here, so left foot steps to the opposite side of your mat. Left arm is reaching high. Bring it back to the mat, three-legged dog, and then step that left leg between your hands. Press yourself up for a warrior two. On an exhale, swivel your feet to face the right side of your mat now, and we'll just take a wide leg forward fold, bringing the hands down toward the mat. Just trying to stretch yourself between your legs. Walking your hands to the left foot, you can keep your right hand on the mat. Left arm comes high for a twist here. One more breath, and then slowly walk the hands over to the other side, keeping the left hand down. Right arm comes high for a fold with a twist. One more breath. Release the hands, come back down into your fold, just trying to pull yourself a little bit deeper between your legs here. And then slowly bring the hands to your hips and rolling up. And swivel the feet, bring the hands down, step back to high plank and flow it through, or meet me back in downward facing dog. Taking any final stretches in your down dog before we shift forward and just slowly lower all the way down, lying flat on your belly. Thanks if you're still here and flowing with me. Feel free to grab a drink, take a break, and we'll meet back in standing at the top of our mat to take a few balancing poses. Rooting down through your left foot, you can bring your right foot to your inner thigh, to the shin, wherever feels good for a tree pose here. And start with our hands out at Tadasana and then grow our branches up overhead whenever we're ready. Trying to find something stable to focus on. Releasing your right foot from your thigh, try to keep your knee in front of you, and then slowly shift your weight forward, arms going long in front of you, and your right leg is long behind you for a warrior three. And then step that foot all the way back to the back of your mat for a high lunge. Heel of your foot stays lifted off the mat, sinking into your front knee here. You can step the right foot forward to meet your left, and we'll take a chair pose. Keeping your pelvis tucked under, arms stay up overhead. You can bring them down through heart center, and then we will take a twist towards the left. Trying to use that right elbow, digging into that left knee, twist yourself open a little bit wider. Slowly bring the hands to the mat for a fold. And then we'll hop back into a plank. Shift forward, lower down chaturanga. Flip your toes up dog. Shift your weight back downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees and hop between your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise back up. We'll take the opposite side. So rooting down through your right foot on the mat. You can bring your left foot up and onto your right leg on the thigh, the shin, just trying to avoid the knee area. So we take a tree pose here. You can try to bring your arms up overhead, growing your branches. Again, trying to focus on something that is not moving here for balance. And then trying to release the foot, keep the knee in front of you, and then bending forward at your hips while you send your left leg out long behind you, and then stepping back into that high lunge. Trying to shift your weight deeper into that front right knee here. Arms are still overhead. And then stepping your left leg forward to meet your right in a chair pose, keeping the pelvis tucked under. Take another deep breath here. Slowly bring your hands to prayer, and we'll take a twist towards the right this time. So left elbow is driving into that right knee, trying to open up and twist yourself a little bit deeper. And then bring the hands back to the mat for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump back to the back of your mat. Flow it through. Downward facing dog. And then again, we'll look forward, bend the knees, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up, arms overhead. Bring it through heart center. Hands by your sides for Tadasana. Nice job. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly rock back, sitting on your bottom on your mat. And we'll make our way into a malasana, yogi squat here. So feet stay on the ground, thighs come wide, we're folded forward, hands are in prayer. Option to stay here or feel free to rock forward, trying to take a crow pose. Trying to use those chaturanga arms yet again, as long as you feel like you'd like. And then option to flow it on through here. So first time for me hopping back into a plank. I'll meet you guys in a downward dog. Again, the crow is obviously optional. And then you can drop your knees to the mat, send them wide, and just take a child's pose here. A lot of standing postures today, so just take a moment to try to slow down and return to your breath here. You can drop your elbows to the mat if you'd like, or staying in an extended child's pose. Feel free to stay in child's pose as long as you'd like, and whenever you're ready, you can flip on over and meet me on your back. We'll get ready for a few bridges and wheels. Lying on your back with your pelvis in a neutral position, you can slowly try to walk your feet in a little bit closer towards your bottom. On an exhale, sinking your weight through the soles of your feet, you can lift your hips high here, squeezing your bottom, holding your core tight, like you're squeezing a block between your thighs. And then slowly lower back down. Take a breath. Feel free to windshield wiper the legs here. We'll reset the feet. We'll take another bridge here. So on an exhale, again, lifting up. You can see if you can interlace your hands underneath your body here, trying to open up your chest a little bit wider. One more breath. And then we'll slowly release and lower back down. You can feel free to do another bridge pose here, or option to take a full wheel with me. So again, we're walking those feet in close. We'll flip the hands this time and trying to lift our full body up into a wheel, making sure we're not holding our breath here. Maybe you can walk your hands in a little bit closer towards your feet. And on an exhale, slowly lowering back down. You can bring the legs out to a butterfly, bring your hands to your heart and your chest, and just return to your breath. Trying to slow it back down again. And then you can bring your feet back to the mat and just try to windshield wiper those legs out to each side. Stretch out the back here, whatever feels good, however wide you want to have your feet placed. I like to play around with a few different placements, but just rocking those knees from side to side, back and forth. Taking a few cool down poses here. You can bring your right knee into your chest. Feel free to use your hands to pull it in a little bit closer. Trying to hug your back into your mat. You can send your right arm long beside you and then try to bring your right knee, cross it over to the left side of your mat. Just stretching out that lower back here. Gaze is over toward that right hand. Slowly bring it back to the mat, stretching both legs out long. We'll switch it. So now bringing that left knee in towards your chest, just hugging it in, holding here. And then when you're ready, trying to bring that knee, bring your left foot, cross over to the right side of your mat. Left arm is out long beside you. Gaze is over that left shoulder. One more breath and then slowly release. This time you can bring both feet up, trying to grab the blade edges of your feet, so the outside edges of your feet, and we'll take a happy baby here. So keeping the knees bent, you can just stretch your legs in and out. You can alternate legs. Feel free to rock side to side. Whatever feels good as we take our final stretches on our back before our savasana. I like to try to straighten my legs out and bring them into a pike in front of me, and into a straddle, and slowly just bending each leg before lowering all the way down to the mat into a fully supine position. Returning to your breath, you can have those legs out long, let your ankles roll out, have those hands facing up, slowly trying to relax each and every muscle in your body. Unclench your jaw, release the tongue from the roof of your mouth, and just return to your natural breath here. Again, just trying to push whatever thoughts might be popping up and into your head off to the side just for a little bit longer. And just give yourself a little gratitude for showing up, moving your body, setting an intention for the day, and honoring it. You can always take as long or as short as you need in Savasana, but slowly just try to start wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling up back into a sitting position, keeping the eyes closed, soft gaze, whatever you'd like here. We'll finish with a community breath so you can bring your hands to a prayer. The light, the love, the student and teacher in me sees and honors the same in you. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.